Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm filming the 2023 Toyota Tundra. This is a 1794 edition here. If you guys had the money to spend, would you guys pick the 1794 or would you pick the capstone, which is the top trim in the Tundra's lineup? But let's talk about pricing here for the 1794 edition. Starting price is at $59,470. This one stickers for $62,630. If you guys are in the market for a Toyota, be sure to check out South Dade Toyota and ask for Tony, and he will get you into your next vehicle. Let's talk about the exterior styling here for the 1794 edition of the Tundra. I love this beautiful black exterior paint here. It looks good with the chrome and with the aluminum finish here. Looking at these headlights here, they do come standard on all models of the Tundra, which are full LED headlights here with its automatic low and high beam, sequential finish to the turn signal, also with this LED daytime running light. Everything in the front fascia that you guys see is going to be functional to keep that 3.5 liter V6 cooled as possible. There's also front parking sensors, and my model does come equipped with full LED fog lights here, and it says Tundra here at the lower part of the grille, which I think is a nice upscale look there. And this does have the regular powertrain because as you guys can see, it's not blue accented behind the Toyota logo here to signify the hybrid Tundra. There is a front-facing camera, and here's for your driver's assistance for the radar cruise control. And it does have the camera in the front windshield. Let me know what you guys think about the 1794 edition. Me personally, if I'm looking to save some money, I would go for this trim level here because the capstone is going to be way more expensive, but it does come with that hybrid powertrain. But looking at the side profile here, this has a 145.7 inch wheelbase with an overall length of 233.6, so it's right on par with every other full-size truck in this segment. Looking at these tires and wheels here, I like this nice aluminum with the gray finish here. These are a 265/60 tire. They're at this 20-inch rim design. You can go for a 22 if I'm not mistaken if you go for the capstone model. So keep that in mind if you guys want a bigger rim design. And this does have these side steps here, which can be removed. You can get a power step if you guys would like. These are just fixed in place. And it does says 1794 edition here at the lower part of the door panel. If you guys go for the capstone, it will say capstone here at the lower part of the door panel with this chrome or aluminum finish trim there. I love this nice kink here in the actual bodywork. It looks really good, just like the Sequoia with this chrome mirror cap here, LED side marker. And my model does have this large panoramic sunroof here. There's more aluminum and chrome trim on the door handles, also around the window trim there. And this is a 5.5 foot bed. You guys can go for a 6.5 foot bed, but if you guys want that 8 foot bed, you have to go for like the entry level Tundra if you guys want that 8.5 foot bed. Looking at these taillights here, just like the front, they do have the sequential finish here, which everything is going to be a full LED design, which is a turn signal, brake light, and reverse light. More aluminum trim here at the lower part of the bumper. The reverse lights are down here. There's your 7 and 4 pin connector there, and this vehicle can tow 11,050 pounds, so it's very capable of towing. And one of the coolest tricks here in the segment, press this button here and it lets down the tailgate. So if you guys have groceries, you guys can bump it with your elbow, which I think is really nice. And my model does come equipped with this spray and bed liner, which I think is definitely a plus for a full-size truck. There's lights back here, there's tie down points, and this vehicle does offer, once again, this 5.5 foot bed. After showing you guys the exterior styling here of the all-new generation of Tundra, the 1794 edition is not going to disappoint with the beautiful brown interior that my model has. As you guys can see, I did change scenery because the last clips I was doing of the interior, it was glitching on me. I'm not sure why that was happening, but let's talk about the key fob very quick. This does have a lock, unlock, a button to let down the tailgate, a panic button, and the Toyota logo at the lower part of the key fob. It does not say Tundra or anything on the back of the key fob, but this interior is very well laid out with the nice brown, the beautiful leathers, 3-level heated and ventilated seats. There's a large panoramic sunroof here. But getting inside this pickup truck here, as you guys see, my model does come equipped with these fixed running boards, and there's this grab handle here. Some other competitors don't give you a grab handle, but getting inside this interior here, I love the beautiful open pore wood, also with the nice materials, nice stitching. This has some Mercedes-Benz like S-Class innocent styling or a Lexus like truck that Texas doesn't build, but it does offer some really nice materials. You're greeted by this large infotainment system here with this 12.3 inch instrument cluster here in front of you. The materials on the door panel will be a nice material, nice stitching, nice aluminum trim. There's some accented lighting underneath this portion here. This aluminum accented door handle there. Nicely padded area here. There's your window controls. I cannot let them down because the dealership just tinted the windows. There's your lock control, mirror adjustment controls, 2-person memory seat, more of that beautiful open pore wood storage, and more storage down there with 2 large cup holders. But shutting the door here, the door sounds pretty solid. And to start up the vehicle, put your foot on the brake and press the start-stop button right here. Once you do that, you're greeted by 5 national parks here in the instrument cluster there. So every time you start up the vehicle, it will show different parks every time you start it up, and everything comes to life in this beautiful interior. Like I mentioned, you guys can see the accented lighting here underneath this 1794 edition open pore wood here. It says 1794 here on the actual dashboard. As you guys see, you're greeted by this massive 14-inch display, and my model is not the iForce Max powertrain, so this is the entry-level powertrain, which still offers good power. We'll talk about that in the driving scene. The materials on the dashboard are gonna be a nice leather material with this nice stitching here. There's a 12-volt up here, good storage. Looking at this infotainment system here, I showed you guys this before. It's a massive display, very snappy. I love how big the icons are going here to the Toyota media system here. This is your trip information, shows you how much range you have until empty. 411 miles for a pickup truck is impressive. I'm pretty sure once you get on the highway, the miles may increase. But like I mentioned, very responsive. Looking at the ways here, it does take up the whole entire 14 display. So Toyota, good job here with your newer interface. The Tundra in the previous generation definitely needed the upgrade tech. There's going to be dual climate control. Like I mentioned, 3-level heated and cool seats. The cool seats are really nice. They blow very cold air. And the passenger also gets 3-level heated and cool seats. There's your trailer assist here. Press this button here. It does a perimeter scan around the vehicle, which is really nice tech. Over here is for your stability control or your hazard button. And my model is missing that self-leveling kit to basically help the truck level itself out so it doesn't look like it's trying to take off to the moon. That's a auto hold, electronic parking brake. Your trailer brake control is here. My iPhone 14 Pro Max does fit in the wireless phone charger. Putting the vehicle into reverse, it does reveal a top-down 360 view. There's multiple angles around this vehicle. As you guys can see, it senses that old Tundra in the back, and this one does have this digital rearview camera mirror. If you guys don't like that, you can just flop it down to show you a traditional mirror. But once again, multiple angles in this large truck here. As you'd expect, you can zoom in and out of the bed. There's a side angle so you won't curve those nice wheels here on the 1794 edition with a top-down 360 view there. Kicking it down here into drive. Over to the left, this does house the new 10-speed automatic transmission from Toyota. Putting it back into park. Let's talk about this instrument cluster here. You can customize it ever so slightly to show your settings, your driver's assistance stuff, your trailer assist. Moving over to the right, there's no messages. There's your fuel economy, there's your compass, your media source, your vehicle information and whatnot. So pretty nice tech in this vehicle. The materials are really nice. I like the nice leather, nice stitching here that Toyota throws here on the 1794 edition. Very upscale. It's basically a mini version of the Capstone, which has really nice materials. Looking here, more open pore wood. It does reveal 2 cup holders, and I opened up this but I didn't talk about it. I'm not sure why I did that, but there's this little area here for your wallet. Slide this back, you can access the center console area there with 2 USB charging ports. It does offer tons of space in the center armrest area. The seats in here are very supportive, very comfortable. They're very wide across for someone with a wider frame. The lighting in the cabin is going to be a full LED with this massive panoramic sunroof. Like I mentioned, there's 2 cup holders here for the rear passengers. Open this up, it does reveal a 2-tier storage inside. Very large storage since Toyota doesn't give you a separate glove box. And like I mentioned, there's a 1794 edition stamped on the actual dashboard there. The tech in this vehicle is super impressive compared to the previous generation. Looking at the interior space here of the Toyota Tundra, this vehicle is hugely improved compared to the previous generation. As you guys can see also, this does have this beautiful upscale brown interior here with the open pore wood here on the door panel, which is really nice to touch. There's this aluminum accented door handle here. Nice stitching is carried over from the front seats here, aluminum trim here. And this is the only truck in the segment, if I'm not mistaken, that offers these manual sunshades here to block out the sun and the haters, which I think is a nice addition. Looking down here, there's also large storage and cup holder space here with additional storage space right here. Our door pocket, this area is going to be nicely padded, more stitching. I like the way the door panel looks. It does break up the sea of black here with a nice brown and a nice contrast in stitching. Lifting this up here, it does reveal the underfloor storage. Keep in mind, if you guys go for the Hybrid Max powertrain, sadly Toyota puts the battery pack underneath the rear seat, so you guys will basically have to leave your first aid kit and your front plate mount over there, just for example. I have it over there on the other seat, and the seats in here, they're very supportive and comfortable. They're very wide, but getting into this truck, there's these steps here, also with this grab handle. And as you guys can see here, tons of legroom space. Toyota says this vehicle has 41.6 inches of rear legroom space. There's also 2 mat pockets back here for storage. You also have 3-level heated and cooled seats, USB charging ports, household outlet, rear air vents here, and there's 2 cup holders here. Fold this down. It does reveal 2 cup holders, and of course you guys know it's a Tundra thing. You can still let down the rear glass, unlike the new Sequoia, which Toyota got rid of that. And above, there's going to be full LED lights throughout the cabin with this large panoramic sunroof that you couldn't get in the previous generation. Let's talk about the powertrain specs here for the Toyota Tundra 1794. This is the base powertrain, which is Toyota's 3.5 liter twin turbo V6. This powertrain makes 389 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. That's no numbers to sneeze at. Very good horsepower and torque numbers. It's also paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission, which was the in-house design transmission, which is really good 10-speed automatic transmission. It's very quick to shift. We'll talk about that in the actual driving scene. As this vehicle sits here, it weighs around at 5,600 pounds, and Toyota says this vehicle can tow 11,050 pounds. Keep in mind, you can go for the hybrid powertrain, which is a iForce Max. With that electric assist, that powertrain will make 437 horsepower and 583 pound-feet of torque. So once again, those are big improvement numbers compared to this base powertrain, which are still good numbers in this segment. But making our way over here to the fuel door here of the Toyota Tundra, without the hybrid powertrain, open up the fuel door. This is ready to get 18 in the city, 23 on the highway, and 20 combined. So I'm back behind the wheel of the 2023 Toyota Tundra. When I first showed you guys the Tundra, once my dealership in my local area got one in stock, it was the 1794 edition, if I'm not mistaken. If you guys remember, I'm pretty sure it was a 1794. Let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong. But let's talk about the powertrain specs here for this particular model that I'm driving today. This has the base powertrain, which is the non-hybrid, which is Toyota's 3.5 liter twin turbo V6. This powertrain makes 389 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. Those are really good, strong numbers here in this full-size truck segment, but you guys can get the powerful powertrain, which is electric assist. That would make 437 horsepower and 583 pound-feet of torque. But let's put the vehicle into a sport mode here by switching over the drive mode selector here. Once you do that, you have this display which shows you sport, also the instrument cluster. Right now, the automatic start-stop is on, so I'm going to defeat that by pressing this button over here, and the gas engine kicks right back on. I'm not going to brake torque it, I'm just going to just floor it. Oh. And that is the speed limit. This thing is quick on its feet, and the 10-speed automatic transmission that comes with the new generation of Tundra is beautiful paired with this powertrain here. Like I mentioned, it's a twin turbo V6. No more V8, no more 6-speed automatic from the previous generation. If you guys like that old truck feel, I think Toyota did a really good job with the previous generation, because this current generation is more tech rich, more fuel efficient in a sense compared to the V8, which that vehicle was pretty thirsty. Let's talk about fuel economy here for the non-hybrid. This is ready to get 18 in the city, 23 on the highway, and 20 combined. That's good fuel economy numbers for this to be a large pickup truck. Towing capacity is at 11,050 pounds, so it's very capable of towing. It is down compared to the other competitors, which like Ford can tow around 14,000 plus pounds. So, you know, Ford is the king of the segment when it comes to the towing numbers and payload numbers and whatnot. Visibility out of this truck is really good. You also have these 2 little haunches or creases in the hood, but just adjust the seat, you can see over it just fine. My model does not have the heads-up display. I did test the capstone. I love the capstone trim, but it is overpriced for me, personally speaking. You can get a platinum trim, or you can get this beautiful 1794 edition if you guys are looking to save a few $1,000s. Personally speaking, I would go either for the platinum or I will go for the 1794 edition, because I'm trying to save money. Don't get me wrong, the capstone is very beautiful, but keep in mind, if you guys have children are going to stain that interior if you guys don't try to get like some, you know, protective over the white of that interior. It's a beautiful, well laid out interior, but personally speaking, I wouldn't get it, because once again, if you have children, they're gonna stain up the white portion of that interior. Right now, I'm stopped real quick. Let's do another acceleration run. And there's this iForce gauge here, which is the boost pressure. Going around this corner, you guys can feel the body weight or the body lean on this vehicle. And this thing is massive. It weighs around 5,600 pounds, but you guys can't even tell that this vehicle weighs that much. It's just so well balanced. And let's talk about the driver's assistance tech: forward collision warning, rear cross traffic alert, lane keeping assist, emergency braking, also blind spot monitoring. You can see out of this vehicle really well. A lot of people look at this truck because they try to figure out what it is. I have a lot of Ford guys that were looking at the truck when I was filming at the park, and people were like kind of scratching their heads like, what is this? This thing is nice. You know, just looking at their face expression, I can tell they're a little confused, but it's a Toyota Tundra. You know, it's not like the previous generation, which looked it a little bit more rugged. Don't get me wrong, you can go for the TRD model if you're looking to have a more rugged looking Tundra, which the TRD is beautiful. I tested that about a few months ago or so, and that one had the black interior, but it didn't have the beautiful red leather, which I would personally go for. But this powertrain is silky smooth. The 10-speed automatic is really good. The tech in this vehicle is just light years ahead of the previous generation. I love this large panoramic sunroof with this digital rearview camera mirror that you can turn on and off if you guys want to see. But it would be good if you guys have tall passengers that block the rear glass. You guys via this switch here. Now you can let more light and air into the cabin. But overall, the Tundra is still a good option in this full-size pickup truck segment. After spending time with the 2023 Toyota Tundra 1794 edition, I love the cabin is well laid out. The tech is upgraded from the previous generation. I love the exterior styling. The ride quality is just buttery smooth. That 10-speed automatic is very fast to shift once you have it in the sport mode. And like I mentioned, this vehicle gets over 400 plus miles of cruising range. If you guys are looking to get the 1794, I think it's a good proposition over the Capstone, which is going to be more expensive compared to the 1794 edition. So if you guys are looking to save some money, I think the 1794 is the best way to go if you're not looking to spend that top dollar for the Capstone. With that being said, hope you guys have enjoyed this full review here on the 2023 Toyota Tundra 1794 edition. Be sure to check me out on Instagram at @DriveOnReviews. Hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications, and I will see you all in the next video.